If you've been praying and heaven feels silent, this message is not a coincidence. You asked God for help. You asked for direction. You asked for breakthrough. But instead of answers, you've got silence. And the silence is starting to feel heavy. You're wondering if God hears you. You're wondering if you did something wrong. You're wondering if you're being ignored. But what if God's silence is not his absence? What if it's strategy? Stay with me, because by the end of this message, you will understand why God is silent when you need him most. There is a type of pain that only comes from waiting, not from being attacked, not from being rejected, but from being unheard. You pray and nothing changes. You fast and nothing moves. You cry and heaven does not respond. Slowly, doubt tries to enter. Maybe God forgot me. Maybe I'm not chosen. Maybe my faith isn't strong enough. But listen carefully. God's silence has never meant God's absence. There are seasons where God goes quiet because he is doing his deepest work beneath the surface. Here is the first thing most believers don't understand. Silence is often separation for preparation. Before Joseph was elevated, he was isolated. Before David became king, he was hidden in the fields. Before Jesus began his ministry, he was led into the wilderness. Hidden seasons are not punishment. They are preparation. When God wants to build something public, he develops it in private. Privacy feels like silence. You cannot hear character forming. You cannot hear strength increasing. Growth is quiet. Roots grow in silence. If God is increasing your capacity, he may remove noise so you can grow deeper. Silence is not abandonment. It is construction. But silence also tests the maturity of your faith. Anyone can trust God when prayers are answered quickly. Anyone can praise when doors open easily. But can you trust him when nothing is moving? Can you worship when heaven feels closed? There is a difference between faith that depends on results and faith that depends on relationship. If God answered every prayer instantly, you would trust outcomes. But when he delays, you'll learn to trust him. And that kind of faith is dangerous to the enemy. Delayed faith becomes unshakable faith. When you continue believing without evidence, you grow spiritually mature. Silence stretches your faith muscles, and stretched faith becomes stronger faith. Now, here is the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes God is silent because he is exposing our priorities. It is possible to want the blessing more than we want him. It is possible to seek answers more than intimacy. When God goes silent, he removes the distraction of quick rewards, so you return to pure relationship. Ask yourself honestly, if God never gave you what you were asking for, would you still follow him? Would you still worship? Silence reveals whether your faith is conditional or surrendered, and surrendered faith moves heaven. There is another reason God becomes silent. He is building spiritual authority in you. Authority is not built in comfort. It is built in endurance. When you pray and nothing shifts but you keep praying, you gain authority. When you obey and nothing improves but you keep obeying, you gain authority. When you trust without confirmation, you gain authority. And when breakthrough comes, you will handle it with humility because silence made you stronger. The most dangerous thing you can do in a silent season is quit, because silence usually happens right before movement. Seeds are silent before they break the ground. The tomb was silent before resurrection. Silence comes before emergence. If God feels quiet right now, something may be forming that you cannot see yet. If you quit now, you interrupt the process. Do not misinterpret temporary silence as permanent rejection. God does not waste waiting. He uses it. If you feel forgotten, you are not forgotten. If you feel overlooked, you are not overlooked. If you feel unheard, you are not unheard. God's silence is not neglect. It is precision. He knows the exact moment to respond. Premature blessings can destroy unprepared people, but delayed blessings create stable foundations. God is more concerned with your foundation than your feelings. So what do you do in a silent season? You stay consistent. You pray anyway. You worship anyway. You obey anyway. You show up anyway. You do not let silence change your devotion. Silence is temporary. Quitting has consequences. The test of silence proves whether your faith is anchored or emotional. Anchored faith survives quiet seasons. Emotional faith collapses under them. If God is silent, it may be because He trusts you. He trusts your growth. He trusts your maturity. He trusts that you won't walk away just because He is quiet. And that trust is an honor. You are not being ignored. You are being strengthened. You are being deepened. You are being prepared. One day you will look back at this silent season and thank God He didn't answer immediately. You will see what He was protecting you from. You will see what He was building inside you. You will see why the delay was necessary. The silence will make sense. So do not panic. Do not assume the worst. Do not give up. Stay faithful. Stay consistent. Stay rooted. God's silence is never random. It is intentional. It carries purpose. If this message spoke to you, comment. I will wait. Share this with someone who feels forgotten. Silence does not mean God has stopped working. It means He is working deeper. And deeper work produces stronger believers. Your season is shifting.